What's going on, y'all? It's TKJ. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you for stopping by, man. Today I'm doing a realistic rebuild of the Miami Heat, who in my opinion were one of the bigger losers of this offseason. You know, obviously they made the finals run last year, but I think a lot of people thought they had to do something this offseason in order to get better. But instead of doing that, they actually got worse. You know, they lost Max Strus, they lost Gabe Vincent, and they weren't able to trade for Damian Lillard, who said that's the only team he wants to play for is Miami. So that was a big fumble. It just wasn't a very good offseason, man. But now the question is, where did the Miami Heat go from here? Well, that's where I'm stepping in. The goal is to win a championship within the first 3 seasons. If I can't do it during that time, then the video won't end until eventually I do. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. I'm trying to get to 3K subs and I'm almost there, so if you guys could help me out with that, I would really appreciate it. But anyways, man, without any further ado, it's time to get into this video.
Let's get it.
Alrighty, let's get started with our rotation breakdown. At the one, we got Kyle Lowry, who at this point is 37 years old, 76 overall. Obviously, the Miami Heat needs some sort of upgrade here at the 1 spot because I just don't want to rely on Kyle Lowry at this point in his career. The good news, though, is that he is on a big contract that is expiring, 29.68 M's. We can definitely use that as salary filler for a trade, so that's what I'm planning on doing, man. No disrespect to Kyle Lowry, but he's not going to be around for very long. Then in the 2, we got Tyler Hero, someone who a lot of people thought would get traded at some point this offseason, and it definitely makes sense. I mean, he wasn't a part of that finals run because he was injured during the playoffs. Somehow, some way, he's still on the team, man, and to be honest with you, I'm not really in a big rush to trade him. I think he's gonna have a really good season for us this year. 20 points a game last year, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal. Also shot 38% from deep. Only 23 years old, 83 overall. I think that he could really use his 3-point shooting, his shot creation, and even though he's not the best defender, he's surrounded by a lot of really good ones. Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, for example. So yeah, man, I'm not gonna say Tyler Hero is safe for this entire video, but at least short term, I think he is gonna be around for us. Then at the 3, we got Josh Richardson, just signed this offseason with the Miami Heat on a 2-year, $6 million deal. You know, obviously he began his career in Miami, kind of bounced around the league a little bit, but now he's back here, 30 years old, 75 overall. I think he looked really good last year. 10 points a game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Shot 37% from deep. He's a nice 3-and-D wing player, a veteran, obviously fits the Miami Heat's culture since he has been here before. I think it's a really good pickup, man. Then in the 4, we got Jimmy Butler, obviously the face of our franchise, 34 years old, 95 overall. Is pretty insane for Jimmy, but obviously looked really good in the playoffs last year, just the whole season in general. 23 points a game, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and he shot 35% from deep, which is a big jump from the year before. We'll definitely take that. Jimmy's got 3 more years left on his deal, 45 M's this season, going all the way up to about 52.5 by the time he's 36. Obviously that's a lot of money, man, but I think it is worth it. He's going to be regressing, but that's totally fine. I think he is safe for this entire video. And then at the 5, we got Bam Adebayo, 26 years old, 87 overall. Doesn't have the best size of the 5 spot, 6'9", but obviously that doesn't affect him defensively. He's made the all-defensive second team in each of the last 4 seasons, and the offensive game is also coming along. I mean, 20 points a game last season. I think he still needs to work on being more aggressive more consistently, but either way, man, he's one of the best centers in the NBA, just now entering his prime. Bam Adebayo is definitely going to be safe for this entire video. Let's take a look at the bench now. We got Caleb Martin, 28 years old, 81 overall, man. Talk about a crazy jump. He looked really good in the playoffs last year and just the whole season in general. 10 points a game, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. All of those are career highs. Also shot 36% from deep. He probably could start for us, but I do have him coming off the bench right now just because I don't know who else is going to score on the second unit. We're not the deepest team, man, that's for sure. We'll get into that in a second. But yeah, Caleb Martin is one of the best guys in our supporting cast, that's for sure. Anyways, we also got Duncan Robinson off the bench. That contract, man, definitely needs to get moved at some point in this video. There's no doubt about it. He's making about 18 M's this season, going all the way up to about 20 M's in 3 years by the time he's 31. I mean, don't get me wrong, you look really good in the postseason last year, but at the end of the day, this team needs to make some sort of move to get over the hump. So guys like Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson, they're definitely on the trading block. Anyways, we also got Kevin Love in the mix here. Now he is 35 years old, 77 overall, still a decent backup power forward, you know, capable of spacing the floor pretty well, and he's on a budget deal, about 4 M's per season for the next 2 years. We'll definitely take that, man. I still like me some Kevin Love. Speaking of budget, guys, we also got Thomas Bryant in the mix, just signed this offseason on a 2-year, about $5.3 million deal. You know, he looked pretty good at times at the Lakers last season, but when he got moved to Denver, he didn't really play a whole lot, obviously being behind Nikola Jokic. Now he's got to play behind Bam Adebayo, so he's still not going to have the biggest role, but I think he'll be solid, man. And the last guy in our 10-man rotation is Haywood Highsmith, 26 years old, 75 overall, undrafted guy, but as you guys know, the Miami Heat specialize in getting the most out of like second-round picks, undrafted guys. So maybe there's something here with a guy like Highsmith, but to be honest with you, man, I don't really want to bank on it. I definitely do want to upgrade my bench. So a guy like Haywood Highsmith, unfortunately, probably will fall out of the rotation. Speaking of which, let's take a look at some guys outside the rotation. We got Nikola Jovic here, 20 years old, 27th overall pick in 2022, only a 73 overall, but he did look really good with Serbia in the FIBA World Cup, for whatever that's worth. I think he does have potential. I would love to keep him, but at the same time, if we do make a big move, he's probably someone who will get thrown in just as like a young piece. So we'll see what happens there. Speaking of young pieces, we got Jaime Hawkins Jr., 22 years old, 18th overall pick in this past year's draft. I'm a really big fan of him, man. He's a good scorer. He's also a hustle guy, really physical. He matches the Heat's culture really well. Like I just said, if I do make a big move, I probably will have to throw in some young pieces, but I'm going to try my best to keep Jaime Hawkins Jr., that's for sure. Then we got RJ Hampton in the mix now, 22 years old, 24th overall pick in 2020. I mean, it just hasn't worked out for him so far, but if it is going to work out anywhere, it's probably going to be Miami, man. They're really good at developing players, so we'll see what happens with RJ. I mean, if he does develop, we do need some guards, so that'd be great, but I'm not really banking on it. Then we got Orlando Robinson, 23 years old, 70 overall, undrafted guy. Again, man, you never really know with Miami. They tend to develop guys like this really well, so we'll just see how he progresses. Honestly, man, the same goes to the rest of these guys. I got Jamal Cain here, 24 years old, undrafted guy. We also got Cole Swider, if I'm pronouncing that right, probably not, so I apologize. But yeah, 24 years old, undrafted guy as well. And also Drew Smith, 25 years old, undrafted guy too. You never know because it is the Miami Heat. Maybe some of these guys turn out to be studs, but at least in this video, they're not really part of my future plans. Speaking of future plans, let's take a look at our 3-year game plan. Starting off with season 1, we definitely have to upgrade our guard play, man. There's no way around that. This can't bang on a 37-year-old Kyle Lowry. I'm sorry, man. I can't do it. That's just something we have to upgrade if we do want to win a championship. Then for season 2, I definitely want to add some more depth to the team. Don't get me wrong, I do want to do that in year 1 as well, but I do limit myself to 3 trades per season just to keep it realistic. So by year 2, I definitely want to at least have a 9-man rotation I feel good about. And then for season 3, it's pretty simple. Buy if necessary. If we still haven't won a championship by then, best believe I'll do whatever I can to win right now. I'm hoping it doesn't come to that. I think we can win a championship in year 1, but we'll just see what happens, man. Anyways, that's a look at our 3-year game plan. Let's not waste any more time. Let's look around and see what moves we can do. Man, so the first thing I want to do is sign John Wall on a 1-year deal, 3.7 M's. I did waive Cole Swider to make this happen, and I think it is worth it because, like I said, we need some guard play, and John Wall is a cheap veteran option. So let's try to get this thing done, man. Will he say yes to this? And he will. There we go. So now we got a bench of Caleb Martin, Kevin Love, Duncan Robinson, John Wall, and Thomas Bryant. I mean, honestly, I could start John Wall at this point. He's a higher overall than Kyle Lowry, but again, kind of similar to why I want Caleb Martin off the bench. I think we do need some scoring with that second unit, so that's why I'm not going to start John Wall. But either way, I feel a lot better about our bench now, that's for sure. And I also do have another trade I want to do, but unfortunately, I can't make it happen until January 15th. I'll explain that here in a second, but let's go into that date real quick. Man, so I sim past January 15th, and we do need some help here, that's for sure. We're 23-17, 7th seed in the Eastern Conference. Let me go ahead and show you what trade I have in mind. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to send Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson, Nikola Jovic, and 2 first-round picks. It says 2027 and 28. It actually should be 28 and 30. In real life, you can trade first-round picks up to 7 years into the future. In 2K, you can only do, I think, like 3 or 4 years. So that's why it says 27 and 28 here. I think by then the video will be over. But if it's not, then I'll just go off camera and make that switch from like 2027 to 2030, if that makes sense. But anyways, I'm trying to send all of that to the Portland Trailblazers for Malcolm Brogdon, Jeremy Grant, and Justin Minaya. If I'm pronouncing that right, I don't really know. I think this trade gets us exactly what we need, man. We're getting Malcolm Brogdon, who I think can be our starting point guard. He's a good passer, plays within the system, also a really good defender, which is good since he will be sharing a backcourt with Tyler Hero. And we're also going to get Jeremy Grant, who I think would be a really nice frontcourt partner with Bam Adebayo. You know, he can space the floor, he can take a lot of that defensive pressure off of Bam. I think that's also a good pairing. And if you're the Blazers, man, I think they would do this deal. You know, you're hitting the reset button. In this trade, you're getting Nikola Jokic, a nice young player with potential, 20 years old, and also 2 first-round picks. I think that's a really good return. So yeah, man, I think this trade makes sense for both teams. Let's see if they will say yes to this, and they will. Malcolm Brogdon, Jeremy Grant, welcome to the team. And that's the team, man. We got Malcolm Brogdon, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, Jeremy Grant, and Bam Adebayo. I feel really good about that starting lineup now. Off the bench, we still look pretty good. We got Caleb Martin, Josh Richardson, Kevin Love, John Wall, and also Thomas Bryant. We're only the 7th seed right now, but obviously that's never held back the Miami Heat before, so I'm not really too worried about seeding. I think this team is good enough to compete for a championship, man, so let's get back to simming. So the boys are hooping after that trade. We went 54 and 28. We'll definitely take that. Ja Morant got MVP. Let's take a look at the rest of this here. Do we have anything that concerns us? No, we don't, but that's fine. What about the All-NBA teams? Let's go ahead and take a look at this here. Anything for the Heat? Jimmy Butler, all defensive second team. That makes sense. And it looks like that's it for us. So we went all the way up to the 2nd seed, man. That's pretty crazy. Let's take a look at the stats now. Jimmy Butler led the way for us. 21 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Let's see. He shot 37% from deep. Then we got Tyler Hero, 39%. Malcolm Brogdon, man, 50% shooting from deep. We round up around here. That's insane. Yeah, we don't even have a lot of 3-point shooting other than that. I mean, we do got Thomas Bryant, 40%. That's good, but that probably is something we will have to work on next year. Anyways, though, Tyler Hero, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal. Let's see. We got Malcolm Brogdon, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. And then Bam Adebayo looking pretty good too. 16 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Okay. What else do we got here? We got Jeremy Grant, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. And our man got off the bench was Caleb Martin. No surprise there. 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Make sure to pause it if you want to take a look at the rest of the stats. But let's not waste any more time, man. Let's get into this playoff run and try to win a championship. Who are we going to face in the first round? It's going to be the Milwaukee Bucks. Are you kidding me? Why, bro? How is this a play-in team? Taking a look at the matchup here, they got Damian Lillard, Malik Beasley, Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Bobby Portis Jr. now starting for him. I'm sick to my stomach, bro. Let me go ahead and shorten the rotation here because we definitely need to do that. So here's what I'm thinking: a game more minutes to the starters, not so much for the bench. And I did take Thomas Bryant out of it because we got Kevin Love as like our backup 4-5. So let's go ahead and get into this thing, man. Is this enough to make it out of the first round? Against the Bucks. That's so crazy. But it's 1-1, 2-1 them. Man, not like this, bro. I already shortened the rotation as we do win that one. Can we force the game 7 here? No, we cannot. That is so tough. Yeah, man, that's just a really bad draw for us. I'm actually really upset about that. They made it all the way to the finals and they won it all. Like, come on, bro. Giannis Antetokounmpo, finals MVP. Shout out to him, I guess. I'm so we're here to draft lottery. We do have our own pick, number 28. Nothing too crazy, but let's go ahead and check it out. So we're here at pick number 28, and I am going to go with Bronny James here. I got him in the last video, and like I said, I think he will get picked before this, probably a little bit outside the lottery, but he does have some health concerns, so it's not too unrealistic. Either way, man, we need a young point guard. I think he will be nice for us. Allen Iverson Hall of Fame ceiling. We'll definitely take that. Let's make that pick. Bronny James, welcome to the Heat. So now we're here for agency. We do have some guys we have to resign. The first one is Caleb Martin. I'm going to try to do 11 M's per season for 3 years. Will he say yes to this? And he will. There we go. I'm also going to resign John Wall on a 1-year deal, 3.5 M's. Will he say yes to this? And he will. Cool. And I didn't have the money to resign Thomas Bryant, but honestly, this is an upgrade to me. Drew Eubanks, 3.5 M's, 2 years. Will he say yes to this thing? Let's go and find out. And he will. There we go. Let's take a look at player progression now. We got Jimmy Butler down to 194. I mean, he's 34 years old, so it makes sense. I'm not too mad at it. But we do have some great arrows. Bam Adebayo up 1 to an 88. That's really nice. Tyler Hero up 3 to an 86. Shout out to him. Then we got Caleb Martin up 3 to an 82. Yeah, man, we got some great arrows here. Like Drew Eubanks up 1 to 77. We'll take that too. And we do have some red arrows. John Wall down 2 to 76. Kevin Love down to 1 to 76. That's honestly not too bad. I think they can both stay in our rotation. So that's good to see. Then we got Jaime Jaquez Jr. up 3 to 75. Okay. Haywood Highsmith up 1 to 75. What else do we got here? Jamal Cain up 1 to 71. And RJ Hampton up 2 to 74. I mean, I still feel really good about this team, man. I think we just got a really bad draw in the playoffs. We definitely can compete for a championship, so let's keep it moving to season 2. Hi, man. Here's a look at the team. We got Malcolm Brogdon, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, Jeremy Grant, and Bam Adebayo. Same starter 5. I feel really good about that. Then on the bench, we got Caleb Martin. We got Drew Eubanks. We also got John Wall, Kevin Love, and Josh Richardson. I might make some upgrades to that second unit. I'm not too sure. But for right now, I feel pretty good. So let's head to the trade deadline, see if we need to make any moves, and go from there. Talk to me, but talk to me nice. We didn't even need to make a trade, man. We won 63-19 this season. That is insane. Yeah, we'll definitely take that. Nikola Jokic MVP. Let's take a look at the rest of this year. Anything for the Heat this time. And yeah, no surprise there. Eric Spoelstra, Coach of the Year. Shout out to him. Let's keep it moving now. What about the All-NBA teams? Let's take a look at this here. Anything for the Heat this time? Nothing at all. Not even a defensive team for like Jimmy or Bam Adebayo. That's a little bit surprising. I can't complain though, man. We're the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. We'll definitely take that. Let's check out the stats now. And it was actually Tyler Hero led the way for us this time. That's a pretty good sign. 22 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 steal. Let's see. Shot 43% from deep. That's good to see. Then we also got Jimmy Butler, 35%. We got Malcolm Brogdon, 40. Caleb Martin, 39. We got Jeremy Grant, 40. We got some 3-point shooting, man. Josh Richardson, 36. Also Drew Eubanks, 39. That's nice. We definitely got better in that department, so that's good. Anyways, let's take a look at the rest of the stats. Jimmy Butler, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Let's see. Bam Adebayo, 16 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Then we got Malcolm Brogdon still doing his thing as well. 15 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. And Caleb Martin, man, still looking really good off the bench for us. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. And John Wall, bro, I feel like he needs some credit here. Bro doesn't have a job in real life, but he's doing really good for us. 10 points a game this season, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. The shooting splits looking pretty decent, honestly. And he's doing all of that in only 17 minutes per game, so shout out to him. But anyways, make sure to pause it if you want to take a look at the rest of the stats. Let's get into this playoff run and try to win a championship. Who are we going to face in the first round? It's going to be the New York Knicks. Okay, it's not the Bucks. That's good. They actually didn't make the playoffs at all. That's pretty surprising. But anyways, let's take a look at the matchup here. They got Jalen Brunson, Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. It's a pretty good team, but I think that we are better. So let's go ahead and get into it here as we win game 1. We are up 2-0 now. Let's see, 3-0 us. Will we get the clean sweep? And we will. There we go. So now we're moving on to the second round, going up against the Toronto Raptors. Let's take a look at the matchup here as they got Dennis Schroeder, Malik Monk, Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, and Jonas Valanciunas back in the 6. That's pretty cool. Anyways, let's get into this thing as we're going to take this game by game. Haven't shortened the rotation just yet, but if they take the lead here, then I will. Okay, so we win that one. Let's see, 3-1 us. Can we get the gentleman sweep? And we can. Okay, so now we're moving on to the conference finals, going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is going to be a tough one, man. Let's take a look at the matchup here as they got Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Isaac Okoro, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. Yeah, I'm definitely going to shorten the rotation here. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. You guys know the deal. I gave more minutes to the starters, not so much for the bench, and I did take Josh Richardson out of it because we got Caleb Martin as like our backup 3-4. So let's go ahead and get into this thing. Is that enough to make it out of this round here? This is going to be tough, but win game 1. Let's see, we're up 2-0 now. 2-1, that makes sense. 2-2, come on, bro. 3-2, I already shortened the rotation here, and we do have a game 7. Okay, so we are going to go Simcast. If it is close, and we'll jump into it. It's we win that first quarter pretty easily. Let's see, they win the second quarter pretty easily. We might have ourselves a close game, boys. I'm gonna stop this thing at around like maybe 2 minutes if it's still close and they're starting to pull away. Bro, not like this, 2K. We really lost to the Cavs in 7 games, man. That is so brutal. I'm honestly at a loss for words, man. I thought we could win a championship within the first 2 seasons, but here we are 2 years down and we still haven't gotten a title. That's really tough. And we did lose to the eventual champs. That makes me feel a little bit better. Honestly, not really. Darius Garland Finals MVP. Shout out to him, I guess. Alright, man, so I made a draft lottery. We do have pick number 29, but it is going to the OKC Thunder. That's totally fine. Let's skip the draft. So it looks like Jimmy Butler is declining his player option, which honestly might be a good thing for us. 52.41 M's. That's a lot of money. We're going to try to bring him back on a smaller deal. So let's try to make that happen. So here's what I'm thinking, man. I'm going to try a 1-year deal, 42 M's. Will he say yes to this? Let's see. He had one other offer, but it was nothing crazy. Okay. So we are going to bring back Jimmy Butler. That's good. And we're going to save even more money with Malcolm Brogdon, man. 14 M's per season for 2 years. Will he say yes to this? And he will. There we go. I'm also not going to bring back John Wall at this point. He's a little bit too old. So I'm going to sign Shake Milton instead. A veteran minimum, 2 years. Will he say yes to this? And he will. Cool. I'm also going to upgrade Josh Richardson, 4 Caris LeVert, 3.4 M's, 2 seasons. Will he say yes to this? And he will. Great. And then because Kevin Love retired, I'm going to sign Chris Boucher on a 1-year veteran minimum. There we go. Done deal. So now we are player progression, and honestly, man, this could be a lot worse. I got Jimmy Butler down 2 to 92. That makes sense, and it does say 93 in the top left corner, so I'll definitely take that. Then we got Bam Adebayo staying put. Tyler Hero up 1 to 87. That's nice. Let's see. Jeremy Grant down 1 to 80. That's not too bad. We also have some green arrows here. Jaime Jaquez Jr. up 1 to 76, and Bronny James up 4 to 76. That's nice to see. Let's see. Drew Eubanks down 1 to 76, and that's everything, man. So I still feel pretty good about this team, but we definitely do have to make some moves here because every year that we don't win a championship, it's only going to get harder. You know, Jimmy Butler's regressing, same for Jeremy Grant. I'm sure Malcolm Brogdon will too pretty soon. But you got to get this thing done, man. So let's go to season 3 and try to make it happen. So here's the team for your 3, man. We got Malcolm Brogdon, Tyler Hero, Caleb Martin, who I'm going to start now, instead of Jeremy Grant. I mean, he's the higher overall. He's been playing really well this entire video, so we're going to shake things up. Maybe that'll help us out a little bit. But anyways, also got Jimmy Butler and also Bam Adebayo. Then on the bench, you got Jeremy Grant. We got Jaime Jaquez Jr. now getting some PT for us. We'll see what he can do. Then we also got Caris LeVert. We got Chris Boucher and Bronny James, man. I mean, he's the same overall as Shake Milton at this point. So why not go with the young guy, see what he can do for us? So I do feel pretty good about this team, but like I said, I think we need to make some change here because we definitely have a sense of urgency this season. So we're going to sim to the trade deadline where I think we will make a move, probably for like a spark plug off the bench if I had to guess. I'm not too sure though, but let's go and get into it. I'm answering the trade deadline. We're 36 and 16, 3rd seed in decent conference. I mean, we're not bad, but we definitely got to make a move here. So let me look around and see what's out there. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to send Drew Eubanks, Shake Milton, and a 2nd round pick to the Brooklyn Nets for Christian Wood. I guess I got Kyrie Irving back. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, they need a backup center and they also need a point guard. This trade will give them both of that. You know, Drew Eubanks and Shake Milton. That's pretty solid. And then for us, man, I think it would be nice to have a center off the bench who can space the floor. Christian Wood can definitely do that. He's shooting 40% from deep this season. We'll definitely take that. He's obviously not a good defender, but our starting center Bam Adebayo is. So I'm not too worried about that. I think this trade makes sense for both teams, man. Let's see if they will say yes to this, and they will. There we go. And that's the team, man. We got Malcolm Brogdon, Tyler Hero, Caleb Martin, Jimmy Butler, and Bam Adebayo. Off the bench, you got Jeremy Grant. We got Christian Wood, Caris LeVert, Jaime Jaquez Jr., and Bronny James. I feel pretty good about it, man. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to make a big splash, but I don't have any 1st round picks that I can use, so this is the best that I can do. It is what it is. Anyways, let's get back to simming here. I'm at 158 and 24, a little bit of a step back from last season, but I'm not too mad at it. Anyways, LaMelo Ball MVP. Let's take a look at the rest of these awards. Do we have anything that concerns us? No, we don't, but that's fine. What about the All-NBA teams? Let's take a look at this here. Anything for the Miami Heat? It's not looking like it, so let's keep it moving. So we're the number 3 seed this time around. Let's take a look at the stats real quick. Tyler Hero led the way for us, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 steal. Let's see. He shot 41% from deep. We'll definitely take that. Jimmy Butler took a really big step back, but Christian Wood 37%, that's nice. Then we got Malcolm Brogdon 45%. We also got Caleb Martin 40%. Same for Bronny James. Then we got Caris LeVert 42. So we got some 3-point shooting, man. That's really good to see. Let's take a look at the rest of the stats. Jimmy Butler 16 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Let's see. We got Christian Wood 16 points, also 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and a block. Looking pretty good for us, man. Let's see. Malcolm Brogdon 15 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. And Bam Adebayo 15 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. I do want to see our young guys because at this point, if we don't win a championship this year, I really got to start to think about my future. So let's see. Bronny James 9 points. That's pretty decent. To go along with 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. And only 14 minutes. We'll definitely take that. And then Jaime Jaquez Jr. 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. And the shooting splits, not very good, man, that's for sure, but it is what it is. Anyways, man, make sure to pause it if you want to take a look at the rest of the stats, but let's get into this playoff run and try to win a championship. Hopefully the 3rd time's the charm. So we're going up against the Pacers in the 1st round. Let's take a look at the matchup real quick and see who they got here. So they got Isaiah Collier, that's really nice. Then they got Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield, Jarris Walker, and Kevon Looney. This is a good team, man. I'm going to shorten the rotation right now just to be safe. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. All right, man, so I get more minutes to the starters, not so much for the bench, and I did take Jaime Jaquez Jr. out of it just because of the shooting split. splits. I had to do it. So yeah, let's go ahead and make that happen. Is that enough to make it out of this? Let's go ahead and find out. We're going to take it game by game per usual. As we win game 1, we win game 2. Let's see, it is 2-1. That makes sense. Didn't think I'd sweep them, but can we get the gentleman sweep here? Yes, we can. Okay, so that's a pretty good sign. Now we're moving on to the second round, going up against the Charlotte Hornets. Let's take a look at the matchup, as they got LaMelo Ball, Justin Edwards, Brandon Miller, Chris Middleton now at the 4 spot. That's pretty interesting. Then they also got Mark Williams. This is another good team, man. Let's go ahead and get into it and see if we can advance to the conference finals here, as we're up 2-0. That's good. Let's see, 2-1. That makes sense. 2-2. Please go up 3-2 here, man. Okay. I've already shown the rotation. Can we force the game 7 here? And we can. Okay, let's go Simcast. And once again, if it is close, we will jump into it, as they won the first quarter pretty easily. Same for the second quarter. Bro, it's not looking good for us. But we're making a little bit of a run here. Oh, man, let me pause this real quick. I almost messed that up, man. We got a tie game with 7 seconds left. What a comeback by the boys. Let's go ahead and jump into this. All right, man, so it looks like we got the ball here, which is really good. Let's see if we can get this game winner. Malcolm Brogdon with the ball. I would prefer if he passed it up to Bam Adebayo. That's a clean look. You got to get that off, Bam, and he did not get it to go down. Bro, that was a pretty good look by Bam, but he couldn't get it to go down, and we got overtime just like that. What a game here. All right, so we're gonna go back to Simcast here, and if it is close, then we will jump into it, as we just did we just win that thing, bro? I'm sorry, that was anticlimactic, I know, but I didn't think it was gonna go by that quickly. Either way though, we got the win. That's really all that matters. So here we are, advancing to the conference finals, going up against the defending champs, the Cleveland Cavaliers. They beat us last year in 7 games. So let's get into it here, as they got Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Kenyon Martin Jr. now. That's interesting. Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. This is a really good team, man. Let's get into this thing and see if we can make it out. As we lose game 1, we win game 2. That's nice. 2-1 us. Please go 3-1 here. Yes, sir. Can we close this thing out? And we cannot. Please no game 7. And there it is. Okay, so we're here in the NBA Finals. That is a really good sign, beating that Cavs team. And now the only thing standing between us and a championship is the Portland Trail Blazers. That's a pretty crazy statement. But yeah, let's take a look at the matchup here, as they got Scoot Henderson, Shaedon Sharpe, Matisse Thybulle, Robert Williams III, and DeAndre Ayton. It's a young team, but at this point, we're like the vets here. So I think we have this thing in the bag, man. I don't want to jinx it, but we are up 2-0 now. That's good. 2-1. That's fine. 2-2. Come on, man. 3-2 us. Can we close this thing out? And we cannot. Okay, so we got a game 7 once again, folks, and if it is close, then we will jump into it. As let's see, we tied it up in the first quarter. We lose that second quarter pretty convincingly, but okay, what a third quarter by us. We might have this one in the bags, boys. 10-point lead with about 8 minutes left here, as they're making a run, bro. Not like this. Not like this, 2K. We got a 1-point lead with 1 minute and 45 seconds left. You guys know what that means. We got to jump back into this. All right, man, let's go ahead and get this thing going, as they do have the ball here. 1 minute 45 seconds left. We are up by 1 point, bro. If we do not win this thing, I'm gonna be devastated. As Anthony Simons has the ball. That is a tough drive and nice defense there by who was that, man? Number 0, is that GP? No, that's not Gary Payton II. I don't really know. Anyways, Jimmy Butler with the ball, driving on Time Lord there, picks up his dribble. He's gonna have to pass that thing up. Yep. Okay, Tyler Hero gets it to Bam. 9 seconds left on the clock. Let's see, gets it to Tyler. Come on, man. We got to get something going here. That is not a great look by Tyler Hero. He's gonna have to put it up, and almost got that to go down. But yeah, not a great possession by us. That is unfortunate. As who's number 0 for us, man? That's really gonna bother me. I probably look pretty dumb right now. But Anthony Simons, he got a very nice bucket. That is Gary Payton II. Okay, didn't know we had him on the roster. I'm guessing he's a very low overall at this point. I don't know why he's there. Someone must have fouled out. But anyways, Jimmy taking it to the rack and getting blocked by Time Lord. Gets the board though. That is a decent look by Tyler Hero. Gets it to go down. It was a deep 2, but it didn't matter. We'll definitely take it. And we got a 1-point lead here. Again, man, if we don't win this thing, it's only going to get more difficult for us. So we definitely got to get this. So Anthony Simons with the ball, being guarded by a very old GP. As he's still a defender, man. He's got the clamp, so shout out to him for that. Let's see, that is Jones with the deep 2 himself, and he can't get it to go down, bro. I was gonna say, I thought Anthony Simons had that offensive board. I would have been heated, but Jimmy Butler with the ball, and he will get fouled. Okay, man, make the free throws, get a stop, and that is it. We're right there. Let's try to close this thing out. All right, so free throws here for Jimmy Butler. The first one is up and good. Let's see, 129 to 127. 27 seconds left here, as he makes it a 3-point lead. Okay, so they're gonna call a quick timeout. Like we said, 3-point lead, 27 seconds left. Let's just get this stop, man. So Matisse Thybulle's looking inbound, and he gets it to Anthony Simons, who is definitely their main shot scorer here. That is a very clean look from deep, and he cannot get it to go down. We dodged a bullet there. And we got the ball to Bronny James of all people, who's in the game now. Interesting. He's got 2 free throws here, man. The not a rookie, right? I think he's like a second-year guy for us. I don't really know. But he gets the free throw to go down. It's obviously the big one to make it 2 possession. And 5-point lead for us here. About 19 seconds left. We pretty much got this one in the bag, but don't want to jinx it just yet. So Anthony Simons with the ball. He is going to hoist that one up, and it's not going to go down, man. The Miami Heat are going to do it. It took 3 years, but it looks like we're going to make it happen. We just got 10 more seconds left. All right, free throws here for Tyler Hero. The first one is up. Gets it to go down. Yeah, man, this one is pretty much over here. 133 to 127. Make that 134. Okay, 10 seconds left. It's going to go to Anthony Simons, who shot every single shot for them down the stretch here. I mean, I guess I'm not mad at it. But now it's going to be Shaedon Sharpe. Never mind. Matisse Thybulle is the guy they want shooting. I don't know, man. But it doesn't matter. The Miami Heat have done it. Finally winning a championship. I can finally exhale. I was stressed for this one, but the boys did it. Closing it out in Game 7 at home. Shout out to them. And it looks like Jimmy Butler got Finals MVP. 24 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 1 block shot, 50, 40, 90. Jeez, come on, man. That's pretty crazy for Jimmy Butler. I know he always steps it up in the playoffs, but what a stat line. Shout out to him. So Butler led the way in the closeout game. 24 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. Let's see. Tyler Hero, man. We kept him on the team the entire video, and he did his thing in the closeout game. 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. That's really good. And how about Malcolm Brogdon? 22 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. That's pretty impressive. Taking a look at the playoff stats, Jimmy Butler definitely stepped it up. 21 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. And he shot 36% from deep. Tyler Hero did his thing too, man. 21 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. Shot 42% from deep. And how about Caleb Martin, man? 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Shot 39% from deep. I guess I should have put him in the starting lineup a long time ago. He did his thing. But anyways, man, taking a look at the team here, our championship window definitely is closing. But I mean, Jimmy Butler's still a 93 overall. We got Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero. You got to imagine they won't be regressing anytime too soon. That's still a really good big 3, and the supporting cast is pretty good too. Malcolm Brogdon, Caleb Martin, Jeremy Grant, Karis LeVert, Christian Wood is really good for us. Then we also got some young guys in the mix. Jaime Jaquez Jr., Bronny James. It's still a good team, man, though. Wish I could have won some more championships. Of course I do. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. That's going to do it for me, though. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Again, I'm trying to get to 3K subs, and I'm like right there. So if you guys could help me out with that, I would really appreciate it. But anyways, this has been 2KJ. Blessings.